Perfect. The secret is in the syrup. I love cozy drinks, and I recently discovered how to make them at home super quickly and easily, and in my opinion they turn out even better than a cafe. Don't get me wrong, I still have cafe drinks. Now I can just have an additional 5 chais at home on top of my cafe drinks. The secret behind cozy at-home cafe drinks, in my opinion, is the syrups. We'll get to more on that later, but for now I just want to show you how quick and easy it is to make one of these drinks when you're craving it. I'm going to show you 3 different cozy drinks that I make quickly, super easily at home. You don't even need to turn on the stove or do anything crazy. So the first of the 3 drinks is going to be a hot drink, but the other 2 are going to be iced drinks. The first drink is going to be a chai. I'm going to start with my kettle and just boil some water. And I have my mug. I use one of these strainers, but you can use any sort of tea strainer or tea bag. And just make sure to use a black tea that you like the taste of. I actually like to use a mix of 2 teas. So this one is a Darjeeling, and then this one is kind of just more of a regular, probably more processed black tea. Now I just pour the hot water over the tea, but I'm gonna leave some room for milk. This is not traditionally how you would make it, but this is the lazy method. You can do whatever proportions you like. I'm doing about 2/3 tea and 1/3 milk. I like to use a mix of milks sometimes, but you can use any milk that you like. Now I'm just gonna let that sit for about 5 minutes. Now that it's been sitting for about 5 minutes, I'm gonna go in with my chai syrup. It's actually kind of like a gingerbread syrup. You can just put as much or as little as you want, depending on how sweet you want it. I think I actually want a little more. Yeah, there we go. I did 1.5 syrup pumps. Mixed well. I can remove my tea leaves. And then it's also good to just mix that up so that the syrup is ensured to be well mixed throughout. And now I'm just gonna taste it, see if I need to microwave it to warm it up, change any ratios, add milk, add syrup, add water, and we'll go from there. Perfect. So that's the end of recipe number 1. Super easy, super quick chai at home. All you need is good black tea, hot water, milk, and a gingerbread or chai or pumpkin spice or other similar syrup. You could also obviously go the longer route of making it in a pot and crushing fresh spices each time you do it, but I wanted something quick. So our next drink is going to be an iced drink. I'm going to fill up my cup with my ice. They're super cute. They're like chicks. Now the syrup for this drink is going to be a pistachio syrup. This tastes really, really good. I really want the flavor to come through, so I'm adding more than I would add for like the chai. That should be good. Now I'm gonna go in with this cold brew. I almost don't want to add the milk because of how pretty it looks, but I do think this would be good with a little splash of milk. A splash of both milks. That's just what I like to do. This is gonna look so pretty. Wow, that's so good. I might have made it slightly too sweet, and make sure to mix it well. The pistachio flavor goes so well with cold brew. I don't even normally like pistachio flavored drinks, but cold brew is the exception for me, and it's perfect. So our last drink is actually a bit of a combination of the first 2 drinks, but I'm gonna start by adding a little bit of both of my milks to my cup. And I'm actually gonna froth this up. So this is gonna be an iced drink, but I don't think I actually want to put it over ice. I want it to just be like a cold and frothy drink. So to our cup, we're gonna add our chai / gingerbread / pumpkin spice syrup. Now I'm gonna add some black tea. I made it exactly the same as the black tea I made for the chai. I just made it yesterday and left it in the fridge overnight. Now we're just gonna go in with a touch of our cold brew as well. You could also do espresso or whatever coffee you like. And then, okay, this might be messy, but let's add our frothy milk. Ooh, perfect. I'll just top it off with a little bit of cinnamon. That looks beautiful. I will still give it just a little bit of a mix before I try it to make sure that the syrup is combined and also hopefully the cinnamon. And there we have it. Let's give it a taste. It was really, really good. I'm not even a dirty chai person, but the cinnamon is what brings it all together for me. The secret is not just the syrup, it's also the cinnamon. So that concludes my video about cafe style drinks that I like to make at home. As long as you use coffee that you like, black tea that you like, syrups that you like, and milks that you like, you'll find the ratios that work for you and be able to make these drinks super delicious every time. But you might be wondering, where do you get such good syrups? Unfortunately, I don't know the answer to that question because I make mine homemade. But if you just Google search any sort of syrup recipe, you'll see that they're super easy to make. You don't need to do anything complicated. You basically just take a pot, dissolve some sugar in some hot water, and then simmer whatever flavoring agent you want in that sugar and water mixture. So like, I just used like ginger, cinnamon, and other spices in my sugar and water mixture. And then once you let it cool and strain it, you can just store it and keep it for a couple weeks and use it in all of your drinks. And if you already do have a syrup that you like, then just use that one. You don't have to bother with all of this. But if you don't have syrups that you like, it's super easy to make them. Thank you for watching my video. Let me know if you try any of these drinks. Let me know if you'd be interested in a more precise recipe of how I make my own syrups. But I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.